Let's say it's 2026. You have a solid profession, a steady income, and exactly $0 to your name. Operating at a net worth of zero means walking a tightrope without a net. A single blown transmission or unexpected medical bill is enough to trigger a complete financial collapse. Because of that severe risk, the first 3 months of this year aren't about building wealth at all. Forget the stock market. Right now, the only objective is survival and getting total visibility on exactly where your cash is going. If you rush into investing while you have no cash reserves, a temporary dip in income will force you to rely on credit cards. That transforms a temporary cash flow problem into a permanent barrier to wealth. Month 1 requires a surgical audit of your spending. You need a written record of every single dollar leaving your account over a 30-day period. Separate this ledger's expenses into 2 strict categories: fixed costs and discretionary spending. To enforce this, set up a new checking account as your financial control center, routing only absolute fixed costs out. In months 2 and 3, hoard a specific $1,000 emergency fund. You hit that target by taking the discretionary expenses we identified in month 1, like the subscriptions, the takeout meals, and redirecting those amounts directly into this new cash reserve. Having $1,000 in cash doesn't make you rich, but it absorbs the impact of life's most common friction points. A blown tire or a broken appliance drops from a catastrophe to a minor inconvenience. By month 4, the bleeding has stopped. The next 5 months are about building a permanent architectural framework for your income. This chart illustrates the 50-30-20 framework. You cap needs at 50%, wants at 30%, and dedicate the final 20% to savings and debt. Before investing, that 20% slice must be pointed like a laser at high-interest debt. Mathematically, you attack the balance with the highest interest rate first. Credit cards charging 25% are actively siphoning your future capital, so you clear them out entirely before moving to lower-rate loans. Sustaining this pace for nearly half a year is a grueling psychological test. You are working hard every single day just to get your net worth back to a true zero. Any returns you might make in the market will be instantly wiped out by compound interest working against you on a credit card balance. Killing off consumer debt is the uncompromising mathematical prerequisite for building any future wealth. Once the consumer debt hits zero, that monthly 20% allocation bypasses your checking account and pivots directly into expanding your safety net. You push past the initial $1,000 threshold and keep stacking cash until you have enough to cover 3 to 6 months of absolute baseline living expenses. To make this a reality, you must automate the transfers. Your paycheck hits a central hub, and the savings portion is immediately routed to a high-yield account before you have the chance to spend it. Relying on manual transfers means relying on daily willpower, which eventually fails. Automation turns your financial discipline into an invisible background process that runs whether you think about it or not. Entering month 9, your baseline is fully secure. The debt is gone, the cash reserve is full, and your strategy can finally switch to pure offense. This is where we introduce tax-advantaged accounts, specifically a Roth IRA, an individual retirement account that allows your investments to grow completely tax-free. Because you've cleared your debt and established cash flow, maximizing contributions to a Roth IRA becomes your most efficient move. Every dollar you put in now shields your future gains from the IRS. Inside, you aren't gambling on single stocks. You buy index funds, single investments holding tiny pieces of hundreds of companies. Distributing risk means if one company fails, the broader index absorbs the hit, maintaining a steady upward trajectory. The only strict rule is consistency. You set up automated buys for those index funds every single month, ignoring the news cycle and buying regardless of whether the market is up or down. The moment those automated investments begin generating returns, your money stops being a resource you constantly deplete and starts acting like an active employee. Looking at this projection over a 30-year timeline, you can see how those steady monthly deposits catch a gear. The initial year one contributions scale along an exponential curve as the market interest begins to earn interest on itself. Compare this to where we started. 12 months ago, a minor expense was a threat to your livelihood. Now you hold a diversified, automated portfolio that grows quietly in the background. Starting from an absolute zero is an intimidating place to be. But if you relentlessly execute a sequenced, month-by-month system, you ensure that you leave that baseline behind and put the math of growth on your side for good.